Okay, it says we're live on those platforms. Let me just make sure. Um, it works with Instagram. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're officially live. Say hi to everybody.
How do we know how many people are logged in? I can't see it.
I
Right.
can
You
I
can
can
see it.
see it. I can see it, but I'll have to check. There's a couple people already on. So let's start talking.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to introduce who we have here today. So, right here we have Theresa Goh, and she is a Paralympic swimmer from Singapore. She represented her country internationally for 20 years before retiring at the end of 2019. She is the first female Singaporean swimmer to ever qualify for the Paralympics in 2004. She was she competed in lots of Olympic games, so Athens 2004, Beijing 2008, London 2012, and Rio 2016. Amazing. She's a former world record holder in the 50-meter and 200-meter breaststroke SB4 category, and she finally got the bronze medal in the 100-meter breaststroke SB4 category at Rio. Amazing. The fourth Games outing. She's an advocate for LGBTQ and disability rights, especially in Singapore, and she recently turned to competitive sport as a shooter, which is so cool. So before I moved on, do you want to introduce yourself for everybody?
Hello, everybody. Ava has already introduced pretty much everything you need to know about me.
Okay, perfect. Then let's start with the questions. So, first to start, how did you discover and find para swimming?
Swimming came as a pretty natural thing because I was born with spina bifida. You can't people can't really see, but I sit on a wheelchair. It's a manual wheelchair because I don't have use of my legs, so I can't walk. So as a baby, as a kid, I think my parents just wanted to make sure there was some form of uh exercise or rehab, and swimming became that thing for me. And in Singapore, we just have pools everywhere. Every stone's throw is a swimming pool. And so it just is a very common family activity. So for my family, it was the same. We went to the pool every weekend
Oh,
just
really?
to play. Yeah, I mean,
Huh.
I don't think it's that common to find pools as near to each other in the US, maybe because it's so big.
Yeah.
But in Singapore, yeah, I mean it's pretty hot here. So the
True.
pool,
Forgot about that. No
we were
wonder.
just talking about it just now. It's so hot here, so you gotta find some way to ease the heat. And so a lot of people are at the pools. And I my first coach was my dad. Just making sure that I could move through the water. Um, and then at some point, I was spotted by one of the volunteers from the Disability Sports Council, and went to my first national swimming games, championships, and realized I wasn't bad at it. And then kind of moving naturally, progressing through training, doing better and better as I went on. Yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But swimming is just like it's a it's a it's the one place also I guess that I feel super free. As a person on a wheelchair, I think every physical barrier I'm is enhanced for me, and I cannot move past steps or staircases or a high curb. So to me, in the water, I really feel like it's super free, and it gives me the feeling I don't often get to feel on land sometimes.
I love that. I'm happy you get to feel super free in the pool. And that's definitely true. I forgot since it's so hot, I'm sure everybody swims there. Okay. So
We
next
just,
question.
yeah, stay in the pool all day.
So athletes are a part of a team at the Paralympics, but swimming usually feels like a solo sport. So, with your experience, how did you build connections with your teammates, even though you were the only one doing your race?
Oh, I mean, it's true. Swimming is pretty solitary. You once you're kind of moving through the water, you can't hear anyone talking. You can't see who's around you really sometimes.
Mm,
But I never really felt like it was a solo sport, not really. I never felt alone for sure. I remember when I joined, I was the youngest, of course. And there were a lot of the senior swimmers, of experienced swimmers, and they were all really welcoming, very warm. My coaches at the time, I actually had at one point seven different volunteer coaches. When before we had a proper program in, and I think that also shows just how young disability sport in Singapore is.
mhm.
So it was yeah, it was never a lonely time, I would say. So the coaches, the teammates, everyone around really made it feel like it was I guess a solo sport within a team sport.
That's crazy. 7 coaches must have been, like, confusing.
A
I
little
don't
bit.
listen to 7 different opinions.
It was challenging because I mean they're all like telling you different
Yeah,
techniques
right?
and
I would imagine.
yeah.
I would imagine. Alright, next question. So when you were swimming, did you think about anything, like something that motivated you or inspired you while you were, like, in the water swimming or right before?
When I was racing or training?
When you were racing?
Racing. Um, I mean, yeah, most times I would be swimming. I'll be swimming if it's a longer kind of at the start. Okay, I have to caveat that's at the start when I was just beginning my journey. When I was swimming some of my longer races, I'll be singing in the pool just cause swimming, besides being quite like you can't see anything, it's quite boring. You just kind of
Oh,
head
yeah.
down, move. So I tend to be singing as I swim. But I think later on, as I got a bit more serious and maybe more professional, um, there really isn't much thinking while you're actively competing or doing the race. It's a lot of pre-race. A lot of the work goes through the rehearsals, in the mental rehearsals or visualizations before the race actually begins.
Mhm.
So I would do all that before. So just thinking about the races at least 3 months before the race starts. Thinking about rehearsing my perfect race, thinking about how to execute, especially if it's a longer, like 200-meter race. Usually, the 50 meters, you don't have to really think too much. Just go.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. But yeah, during the race itself, not much thinking goes on.
You're just
It's
like, "Swim,
just
swim." Yeah.
just go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I
Okay.
mean, I guess the thinking is more like I'm guessing more of like the motivations that come when I am maybe going through a hard training session. Those
Yeah.
I do need a lot more thinking. I have to kind of consider a lot of different things. I think when I was trying to decide between this period of transition, whether to
Mm,
quit swimming or not, I think those were the harder times because it's a lot of weighing the pros and cons of leaving the sport, right? And a lot of athletes, I would say I'm lucky. I'm one of the athletes who got to choose when I quit. Because I know a lot of athletes don't have that luxury or that choice. Um, Different circumstances, injury or whatever. Yeah. So the hard part comes in those moments. Yeah.
gotcha. Alright, next question. So what has your experience been like as a queer athlete in Singapore?
Oh wow.
Big
um,
question, I know. You can think about it if you need.
just a little bit. It's been interesting, I think. So to me, I've always kind of not thought that too much about it, about being a queer athlete or um, being an openly queer athlete in Singapore. Not so much because I feel like I always put myself in a little bubble and I don't really think about what people are saying or thinking
Mhm,
about how I present myself or
mhm,
um, I think that also takes time and years to get to this point. There were probably times when I feel maybe affected by how society wants a female athlete to look,
Mhm.
a certain way, a certain size, a certain style. I think those were maybe some of the more challenging times when I was younger and had to do photo shoots, and like the people putting me in the outfits would choose really um,
Right.
dressy stuff, yeah, they particularly love pink and pearls for me.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Can you imagine me in pearls, I mean, I mean, in the end, it is a choice of how an athlete or a person chooses to present. And pearls are not bad, but they're just not for me, right? And I think even though at some point I did try and be clear about how I wanted to present or what I was not comfortable with. I think there were times that was still not respected because they still
Really.
saw that I was a female athlete and I needed to show, makeup and long hair or, stuff like that. So I think that was challenging in the more like gender presentation kind of way.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, but I think in terms of like sexuality, it never really came up that much. Um, I was pretty open. I've always been pretty open about who I am. With great parental family support, my friends, people around me allowed me to be that, right? So I never was afraid to be who I am. Like
Yeah.
thankfully,
Yes.
but
I love
thankfully, but yeah, me too. And I'm really grateful for that, right? And I don't take it for granted. But I also feel like um it's just little incidences that really stay in my mind. So
that.
I did have one coach quite a while ago who just randomly brought up the fact that this was before I came out in the national papers.
Mhm.
So it was kind of a more of a situation of don't ask, don't tell. So he 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 brought up saying, "Oh, did you know that San Francisco has the most number of gay people per square foot or area or something?" And I was like,
I didn't know that.
interesting, but that's cool, and like that's a yeah,
Yeah.
small comment like that made me feel like he was okay, right? He was comfortable, and I could kind of be who I am around him.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, I mean, small things like that. You never know how you can just make life a little bit easier for that teammate or your athlete.
True.
Yeah.
I've never thought about, like, the whole photo shoot aspect that athletes have to go through, like, that's totally new. So that's a new fun fact I'll think about. Thank you.
Yeah. No
Um,
worries.
so next question, what advice would you give to young girls who dream of being Paralympic swimmers?
Um, I'd say that it starts with loving what you do. I think I'd say that at the start I enjoyed swimming as
Mhm,
an activity. I grew to not really enjoy it because it became an obligation, and that really made it quite difficult to sustain it. But
mhm,
at some point, I found the love again for swimming, and it really made it a whole lot easier. So I think for me, it's really about loving what you do or finding enjoyment in the challenging points, right? I think no one can say that they truly 100% enjoy training because that's tough. Training is training, right? Training is what helps you push beyond your boundaries. Do you enjoy training?
no. Totally
So
enjoy training.
it's finding the fun parts in training, whether it's like teammates or you enjoy this particular drill that coach gets you to do, or you enjoy that that after this hard session you're gonna feel that ache and you're gonna enjoy the ache. So
Mm,
it's like kind of looking in the future a little bit, right? And
yeah,
knowing, okay, I like this part, so I'm gonna do this part.
right,
And yeah,
right.
I think that helps a lot to make whatever you choose to do more sustainable. And I think success comes naturally after that. In whatever way you think success looks like, I think it will come in its own way.
Love it. Um, good advice. I'll think about that
for
next
you.
time I'm training for anything. But to the audience and everyone watching, we have 2 questions left, so if you have any questions you wanna ask, put them in the comments while I give the last 2 questions, and then we can also, ask Theresa. So, and now advice for not other Paralympic swimmers, but advice you wish somebody had told to your younger self and you would have given to your younger self.
Mm, mm, I'm not too sure because
Hmm.
I feel like I don't really have regrets from whatever I've done in the past, thankfully. And I mean, not to say I've not faced my own share of failures and not so successes, but I think everything that I've gone through, I've embraced and I have understood that it has led to the point of now, which
Ooh.
I'm more than happy about. I have I have no notes for myself, no notes.
Good. Oh,
Carry on.
I'm happy. That's
Yeah.
good. No
Yeah,
regret.
I'm happy. Yeah. It's a good
Good.
life. It's a really good point, I think, in my life. I'm happy, I'm confident, I'm very lucky, and I am looking forward to more.
Oh, yay. That makes me happy. Okay, ready? Now our fun question that we came up
Oh
with.
dear.
So, Teresa here has a ton of tattoos that
I
I
see it.
realized today. And so which one is your favorite and why? Or at least that we can see over here. Throw
Yeah,
it
there's
on
some that I
camera.
can't show to the camera. Um, my favorite, I mean, I probably have to choose one of my earlier ones. There's this one here. Let me see if I can show it.
That's a
It's one
heart.
that I did here. Yeah, you can see it's
Yeah.
a it's
Oh, it's an owl. Oh, that's
an owl and a rose in the heart. Can you
ah.
see it?
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it now.
So it's for my parents. It's like my mom's name is Rose, and my dad's name is Bernard, but short form is Bert. So he's it's a like little homage to them. They're always in my heart. Yeah,
I love that.
one of my
Love
favorites.
I
Yeah,
love when
but I
tattoos
like
have stories.
yeah, I have those that have stories and some that don't. So like there's this shrimp on a frog that doesn't mean anything at all.
Oh, that's so cute though. How did
There's
you
no
even
meaning. It's just cute.
what do you mean
Yeah,
the
it
shrimp
was
no. Favorite
it's it was at like a flash at a tattoo convention or something.
yeah, it's too
Yeah,
funny. Okay,
something fun.
and then we had one question that came in from the viewers. So, what
Mhm.
is your favorite song to listen to when you're getting ready to compete?
Ooh, wow. Okay,
That'll be our
so
last
backstory. What?
I said that'll be our last question of the day, so make it good.
Okay. Oh man, no pressure. It's I mean backstory is that I've retired from swimming for 6 years.
Mhm.
So I'm having to think back on 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I think I have a few. I really like um what's that one by Fun? Um
Some nights?
some no, the other one. Nothing Without Love, is it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean I like a few. I have a playlist, so
Yeah.
it's got really happy songs, um things that just make me feel good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it changes quite often, and I have to find a new playlist, I think, for shooting.
Yes.
Something not
That's a
so
whole different vibe. A
yeah, it's
whole
not so hyper.
yeah. You need to be calm, at peace.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe
I love
some instrumental.
yeah, maybe after this, you can send it to me, and maybe I can share it with everyone. We can make a little post.
Okay, that'll be fun. Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to say about who you are, your experience to everybody?
Mm, I think if anything, I'll leave this chat by saying that I think a reminder to people, right, that life is incredibly short, and remember to do things out of love and because you enjoy it most of all. Don't do life for somebody else. I think it's not worth it. And
Advice.
yeah, I mean, heavy, a bit heavy, but I think it's something that we have to remember that we want to do things we love and make sure we're doing things happy as much as possible.
I love that. That's great advice. That's great advice for everybody, athletes, non-athletes, Paralympians, Olympians, everyone. That's perfect. Okay, well, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed our little conversation today. I know I learned a lot and this was awesome. Maybe I'll go get a tattoo now of a shrimp and a frog too, so we can match. Um, but yes, thank you all for tuning in. Check out Teresa's socials to see her story. And thank you. So, bye to everybody.
Thanks
Bye.
for having me.
Thank you. Okay, and then I'll end.